Day 37, how you guys doing? Captain's Log, StarDate, April 21st, 2020. I'm trying this. Let's see how it works. This is a Zoom call that I'm going to record and splice together with my interview. I did get the Queen of Mass, Denise, to get online with me today, so I'm going to show you that right after this, so stay tuned. First and foremost, want to do my birthday shout-outs. Happy birthday to Bertha. I'm not sure what you're doing today, but I'm sure it's amazing. I know that right now in the midst of a giant season, if this was a normal season, you'd be hard at work, but because of what's going on, maybe you're basking on a beach somewhere. I don't know. Happy birthday to you. Two bits of good news today. I read that IKEA has posted its meatball recipe for its loyal fans online. So if you're a fan of IKEA's meatballs over mashed potatoes and gravy, the recipe is online. I don't know if you have to buy the meatballs through them, or maybe they show you how to make it at home. I don't know, but I do love those meatballs. So if you're a fan as well, go ahead and look up their recipe. Also, this day in history, 1956, Elvis Presley had his first #1 hit. Does anyone know what that was? 1956, Elvis's first #1 record or album. I don't know. Actually, I know the answer, but maybe I'm going to have you guys in the comments below tell me what that is. 1956 Elvis. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I got a lot of good comments about yesterday with my daughter and her egg drop. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching, all your kind words. Right after this, I'm going to splice Denise's interview. It's a great interview. We're talking about these masks that she sews. They're two-sided with elastic. They're fantastic. They're reusable. They're washable. They're amazing. So stay tuned for that. Day 37. Happy Tuesday. Thank you for watching. As always, hashtag 415 strong, hashtag 415 together, hashtag 248, hashtag Outer Richmond. You know the drill. Thanks for watching. Hey guys. We are here, day 37. I'm so excited this morning to have the Queen of Masks, Denise, with us today to talk about the masks that she's been doing. I think she's doing an amazing job. I'm so excited that she was able to share one with me. So, Denise, can you introduce yourself, please?
Oh, yeah. Hi, Rob. And hi all of Rob's loyal viewers. My name is Denise Mura. I know Rob for many, many years now through our kids' scouting activities. And Rob's an awesome guy, as you all know. And yeah, so I'm furloughed right now from work. And so I figured I'll use my time in a productive and hopefully helpful way by making cloth masks. These are not medical grade. These are just the ones that, that regular people can just wear, when they go out grocery shopping or whatever, just to keep their droplets and breath, safe from others. And so, yeah, and I made a few for Rob and his family, and I'd be happy to do it for anyone else. I'm part of a volunteer group. We make them for first responders and essential workers. And that group, I can give Rob the information so he can put it on his Instagram, but it's called the Seamsters Union. So it's a play on the name Teamsters Union, haha. But if you or anyone that you know works as an essential worker or in a medical office of some sort, please feel free to check out their Facebook page, and you can request them, and they're free, and they're made by people like me, just people who happen to have a sewing machine at home and fabric and elastic. And
well, see, that's really the real question, Denise, is where did this start? You're at home like the rest of us. You could have been watching movies, sitting on the couch, in your garden, but you decided to be helpful and be community focused and give. What started that? How did that all come together?
So I have a friend who is into sewing like I am, but we've both been very busy, with our lives.
Sure.
And she just happened to mention, she saw this little thing on her Facebook feed saying, hey, they're looking for people in San Francisco who have the ability to sew, and would they be interested in volunteering their time and services to sew cloth masks, just because this is right before the lockdown, I think, in the Bay Area. And so it started I think literally like mid-March. And I was like, yeah, I'll be happy to do it. I have a sewing machine. It's a little old. It's like 30 years old, but it still works. It has the basics. And I have some fabric at home only because, again, when I had more time, I used to, do more sewing projects like for my kids when they were younger. So I thought, why not? And it just became something that gave me purpose because yes, like
Sure.
everyone else, I have been sitting on the sofa and filling my face and watching Netflix, but I
Yeah.
also wanted to balance that out with doing something, helpful.
Sure.
Because, I'm not a frontline worker, but I can definitely help in some way. And I thought maybe cloth masks will help just so that it will ease on the pressure
Sure.
of, the demand for these masks that the actual medical personnel need.
So
So
these masks, now that I've had one for a couple
yeah.
days, they're pretty fancy. I mean, how long does something like this take? Does it take a couple days, a couple weeks? Do you have an assembly line? Like, how does it all work?
Okay, when I first started, I looked at almost every possible video on YouTube on how to, sew these masks. And there's so many different varieties. And so I tried different versions. And so each mask, yeah, it took me probably a day or so, just because I was just trying it out, having my
Tinkering,
family,
playing, yep.
yeah, playing it around with the sizes and things. And so I kind of settled on, over like a week or two, I settled on my preference in terms of what I think is effective and practical, and also it doesn't take too long of a time to produce.
Sure.
I like the two-faced. I use two different color fabrics, usually 100% cotton as much as possible, and then what I do is I sew these two big rectangles together. I tend to go big. I go 8 inches by 10 inches, only because even though they're pleated, I want it big enough to cover, different size faces, right? Men's faces, men with beards, personnel who might be wearing an N95 mask, and, they can only use that one mask. And so covering it with a bigger cloth mask might help prolong the life of the N95.
Sure.
So, yeah, so, and then I have elastic. Sometimes elastic is a bit hard to come by, but I've been asking for donations from friends and family, and I do have some. But also, I've been using shoelaces. So,
Oh,
oh gosh, I don't have it right here. Do I somewhere? Anyway, I use shoelaces as well because those you can tie.
sure.
Um, yeah, so I make different versions actually.
So
Um,
the version that you gave me, thank you very much.
yeah.
What version of this would you say? Is this
Okay, so
version
that's the
2, 3, 4?
in terms of
Right.
my version. Oh gosh, that's the one I settled on. Maybe that's version 4 or 5.
Version
Uh,
4 or 5.
because I
Wow.
was doing the masks. The ones that you see typically are the ones where the loop comes,
Yep.
to the side of the
Yep.
ears. But my understanding is if you wear them long term, they're very hard on tender ears. Oh no 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 no! So yeah, so the one I made is this way, where it's like an N95 mask. You put it on. Oh here, I have one on right now, but so this is mine. Okay.
Nice.
So you put it on like this, the bottom first, and then you top of your head, and then you adjust. And because this is elastic, hopefully you can hear me still. You can tighten it as you need. So there. So
So
I like mine big because it covers um, under the eyes, most of the cheeks, and also again, if you have a beard, your beard, and some bigger ones might cover your neck area. So
right.
mine are on the big side.
So
Uh,
I have to ask you, and I've seen as well a lot of these online. And one of the things I really liked about yours, and maybe you can explain it, is the two-sided, the two different fabrics. And I just thought maybe one day you're feeling, in a different mood, you want to wear yellow. The other day, maybe you're feeling a little bit down and you want to wear the gray. Why did you decide to do two different materials
oh, okay. Because
or
again,
patterns?
in my research of masks in general, my understanding is that it helps, really stressed out frontliners. When they have to take it on and off, they need to know which side was facing maybe a patient with pathogens, whereas on which side was facing your mouth, right? And so if you're taking it off and putting it back on again, you don't want to accidentally do this where you're reversing it, maybe a contaminated mask that you haven't washed yet, and you do this, whoops, and then you put the wrong side on, and
Right.
then maybe the contaminated side is in on your side.
That, that's a great feature because, like I said, I've seen a lot of these online and they don't do that. And when you brought that to
Oh,
my attention, I'm like,
yeah,
that's ingenious because it's true. You don't want the infected side
yeah,
That's
Exactly.
that's a great idea. That's a great idea. So now I know you mentioned this very early in the beginning. Where do these go now that you're making these? Oh, so real quick, how long does it take now? A couple hours?
No, let's see, because okay, so
Now
I've
you're
gotten
a
to a
pro.
point.
You're the queen
No,
of
no, I'm
mass.
not a
So
queen or anything. I just became more I became more
efficient.
efficient over time.
Yep.
So what I do is first I'll wash fabric, right? Then I'll cut it, and then I might spend the day just cutting, 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 and then that's kind of hard on my wrist because I
Oh
have a little
yeah,
bit of
yeah.
carpal tunnel. But anyway, one day I might just spend the day looking for fabric, trying to cannibalize maybe my children's clothes that they hardly wear, right? Something cotton. And so I some of these masks that are going out are actually if you see the jean material, those are some jeans that my kids have outgrown, but they're very clean. Yeah.
Great. I
So
love
I'm
it.
basically upcycling some clothing, and so I'm doing that. But anyway, and then another day I might spend just matching two different fabrics and
Okay,
putting the
gotcha.
the either the shoestring or the elastic together, and then I clip them. I just use clips. I don't like using little pins because I poke myself too much. And then another day I might just be totally in just sewing mode where all I'm doing is sewing. And then yeah,
So it's kind of hard to say how long one
kind of
takes
hard to
because you do
say.
them in pieces. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
doing it. Yeah, so
So
I do it.
where do these? So let me ask you, where do these go? You're getting good at it. You said you're able to produce some of these at a regular pace.
Yeah.
Where are they going right now? Are you
Well,
mentioned some friends and family and
yeah.
frontline workers? How does all
Yeah.
that work?
Okay,
Distribution.
so let's see. I'll first talk about how I got into this, which is the Seamsters Union, and they are again we're all volunteers, but the guy in charge of it, a gentleman named Eric, he has us organized so that for me, I'm strictly the sewer. He has people who are pickup people, drop off people. He has people doing other logistics like contacting different healthcare facilities, and different essential workplaces like supermarkets or the sheriff's department, what their needs are, and then they coordinate pick up and drop off and all of that. So I don't know exactly who gets these, but our Eric, the guy in charge, he does give us updates periodically about how many maybe not exactly how many, but which masks have gone to which venues. And so I know that San Francisco Sheriff's Department, I know there's different convalescent homes, nursing homes, that kind of thing.
Right.
So they're definitely getting into the hands of people who need them. And
Fantastic.
so again, since I'm on the sewing end, since I'm on production line, I'm not exactly sure who's getting them, but I know they're going to places.
Excellent.
That,
And you're going to send me over the link so I can attach it below
yes,
the Facebook.
exactly. They're very easy to find, but I'll definitely send you that.
Thank you.
And then separately on a personal level, I'm also doing this for friends and family. And initially, of course, I'm giving them out free. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not doing it for profit. But over time, people were asking me, "Hey, well, how can I contribute? How can I
Sure.
donate?" And so I kind of started thinking, well, maybe if for every mask I make, if maybe or I give to you, if you can maybe donate whatever you have around your house, a pair of clean unused shoelaces, or maybe some clean cotton fabric, um, and I also have had some friends who insisted on paying me again because they don't have these items, and I don't want them to go out of the way to buy these
Sure.
things. So I was trying to figure out like what's a good like at cost price, if you will, and I came up with $4 ish. That kind of helps with for me to buy more fabric, to buy things like thread. And actually, my machine is so wonky. At some point, I'm probably going to replace it, so it would definitely help to go toward the buying Denise a new sewing machine fund. Mine is literally 30 years old. It's from Sears Kenmore.
Nice.
It's still going strong, but it's broken, and so I have to do a lot of hacks to make it work. But
Duct tape,
anyway,
things like that.
yeah. So right now, I'm not doing this, as a business per se. I'm just doing it, just to help my community,
Right.
and anyone else who needs it. So I'll be happy to. I've just started opening up to other people, friends of friends. If you want a mask, however many you want, let me know, and we'll work out however you want to exchange. If you can give me fabric, great. If you can give me shoelaces, great. If you wanna do a little bit of donation, that's great too. Because all of it, anything that I get from anyone who I give masks to, I'm putting it right back into the mask making. So
That's
it's
awesome. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. So first of all, I want to thank you for being here. I think you're doing an amazing job. And
yeah.
I've only gone out of the house twice now with these masks, but
Okay.
I feel much safer. Before I
Okay.
literally had as you saw, I had like a t-shirt or a
Yep.
napkin Someone thought I was going to rob a bank the way it was kind of, like the Wild West. But these are fantastic. And I was able to get 5 from you for my family. I appreciate it. So now we all have one.
Yep.
And we've already put it through the wash, and they are very durable. They seem to really hold up nicely, which is exciting.
Awesome.
So I want to thank you for being here. Any last words, any parting words that you'd like to share with the community, with the Outer Richmond hashtag?
Oh, sure. Just everyone, please stay safe. Try to stay as sane as possible. We're all going to get through this. And thank you, Rob, for doing what you do to keep everyone, entertained and updated. And this is a great way to stay connected. So thank you.
Thank you,
And
Denise.
I am one of your loyal viewers. So, yep.
I appreciate that. All right, guys, thank you for watching. Below, I will have all the links to her Facebook. And if you guys, I'm not sure how we can communicate. If you guys needed a mask, whether you're, on the front lines, a grocery store worker, something along those lines, whatever a delivery person, even Uber driver, whatever it is, you're essential. And we need to make sure that you're being safe as well. Get a hold of me or Denise, or again, the website you said, the Facebook website can also do delivery as well. So you guys let me know. Thank you so much, Denise. I appreciate it.
All right.
Happy Tuesday, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, Wednesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.